fast. Just trying to get up on YouTube. There we go. Okay. Let's put them right here in my hand. Just a quick little, oops, dropped one. I'm gonna look pretty goofy, but you know, I do goofy pretty well. I do goofy really, really well. If I can just keep them both on the same, there you go. Okay. All right, let me just get that. Oh no, I got that. Can you? Okay, I'm going to be right there. Hold on, everybody. Most things hypnosis. Glad this isn't real TV because I'd be in trouble right now for, you know, wasting precious, valuable TV airspace or something. Okay. And I don't know what I look like because I've not gotten dressed today. Oh, hey, everybody. Here I am. Let me blur my background a little bit. Okay, good. Hey, there's my flags. I'm being patriotic. I have the next couple days off, so like this is going to be so fast. So what is my show about today? Today is probably the quasi-eve beginning of the whole 4-day weekend, and Monday is our Day of Independence. And so this show is going to be quasi-dedicated to that. I'm just looking up my notes here, so bear with me. I was watching something on TV a minute ago, and that's why I'm late to the show, so please forgive me. But anyway, welcome everybody to Most Things Hypnosis. My name is ILAH, and I am your host. So what does Independence Day, I'm looking at my notes, I'm looking up for the Independence Day mean to me? First of all, to me, it means freedom. But what is freedom? Freedom, it represents that I am my own person. I get to have the right, human right, to, well, it's not necessarily do what I want, because I can't go off and hurt somebody just because, you know, I feel like it or I'm having a bad day. But it's a freedom from Europe, across the pond, you know, back in the 1700s. They weren't very independent, and that's why people came here. And I can't get here. Here's my flag. So just know I'm a patriot, and I vote. One of the best, coolest things is I get to vote. I get to vote in our elections if I choose to. It's a right. It's not a legal obligation. I know a lot of people who are citizens who don't vote. I have one friend many, many, many years ago. Oh, my husband does that for me. Well, he can't vote for you. He just votes, you know, whatever he votes, and she doesn't. It's like she just never has ever, and she's in her 60s now. She's never voted. And we have people who will come over here on barges in bread baskets if they can and become citizens. I know somebody who left Southeast Asia back in the 70s during the Khmer Rouge, and they were on the backs of their mother, I believe. And he grew up here in America, became a citizen, and now he gets to vote. I mean, it was just like, we take it such for granted here where we are, our free liberties to have the freedom of speech, which is what I'm doing right now. My freedom of speech. I'm telling whoever's watching that I have the freedom to say things that I believe in my heart. I'm not going to talk about what somebody else believes. These are my freedoms. I have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, trying to define what is happiness. What's the decision that you all make for yourself? My vision of happiness is how I emotionally feel when I wake up in the morning. And probably 99.9999% of the time, I wake up feeling pretty good and I'm happy. And that I stay. It's a state of mind. And I just would have it. Wow, I work with states of minds in my job, how you have your states. Independence to me is just an opportunity to remember history. I'm going to get all teary-eyed now. History of what we went through to get here. Now, I'm not saying when we get here, I don't mean about the current state of our union, because it's kind of a debacle right now and we're laughing stock of the world. But even as the laughing stock of the world, with the highest gas prices in the world, with the division of political craziness, we're still the best country in the world. We're still a country of freedom. We still have our right to bear arms. And don't get me started on that one. The freedom of speech, a freedom of religion, not from religion. I am for the 14th Amendment, where all people, if you are a person, we're at the top of the food chain, people, you have rights, humane rights. And I don't give a flying flip what color your eyes are or what your skin color is. You're a person in my eyes. You're a person. And my little dog, she's a dog. She identifies as a dog. She hasn't got any rights to identify anything else. Now, I could try to identify her as an elephant, but she's a dog. I identify as a patriot and as an American. And, okay, I'm female too, but that's another story. But I have rights now, something I didn't have at the beginning. Women weren't created equal to men when this was created, but now they are. Look at our 14th Amendment. Just read our 14th Amendment. And these last few weeks and these crazy times with a lot of different decisions that have come down from our high court. I'm not saying they're bad decisions. I'm not saying I got to stay neutral on this show, but I agree with some of them. Okay. I love my right to bear arms. I love my right to own a gun. I didn't like what the AG, I don't know if he allowed it to happen, but he's investigating. But somewhere along the road in the DOJ, CCW permit holders, their information was released for about 24 hours on their portal dashboard. Name, address, their birth dates, and these are the people that carry, CCWs, and that's dangerous. It's a private thing because it's a concealed carry permit. So if it's concealed, that means people shouldn't just know about it, because if you brandish it, you better be shooting it. And that's one of the things they teach you in concealed carry weapon classes. It's concealed. You keep it concealed until you need to shoot it. You don't just brandish it to show it. You brandish it to shoot it, period. It's got to be. So when the DOJ or whoever it is that screwed that up, they didn't keep the identities concealed. People shouldn't know. Not in this country, in this state at least. I'm in California. And I love California as far as our weather goes, and where I live is a great little town, because I guess it's because it's a more right-wing town, moderate to the right, center right of center. But we get to celebrate. I get to celebrate. I get to stand out on my front porch, and if I want to have a beer or a root beer, I'm not going to get beat up for it, or stand out in the backyard and I want to smoke a blunt. I can, not that I do, but these are my rights. These are my freedoms. I don't need papers to get from one state to the other. I just need papers now to get on a plane, which, watch out, people, it's slowly happening. Read the book of Revelation. It's going to get worse unless it gets better. But we can affect change. Everybody can. I mean, obviously, just by my words today, you can tell I'm a moderate right of center. But I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I will make that announcement very clear, because both of those parties have problems. I don't want to be a part of their problem. But We are established. We are established as a free nation back in 1700s. And there's a document that was signed by some incredible minds back in the day. And we get to be a part of that. It was voted on. And guess what? That whole thing, that Constitution, our Bill of Rights, all of that was so that the people can govern over the government, so that the people could govern the government, so that the government would not monopolize their power over the people. That, read it. You don't just take what somebody says, read it and learn it. I had to learn this stuff in 9th grade high school, and I wasn't very good listening, but I'm learning it now. I'm learning now that it is the, from my understanding, it was the minds of those brave men back when, that we got to have the freedom to have free enterprise capitalism. You know, you start a business and it fails. Well, okay, I'm sorry it failed. Better marketing, I guess. It's not capitalism or free enterprise if a business starts to fail and they ask for government help. Government, can you help me out? Oh, sure, but now you have to do me a favor. That's kind of like inter-terrorism, if you ask me. It's because we don't give in to terrorism. We don't. And I don't know what the other nice word would be, but it's some sort of sabotage. You know, if the government does you a favor, you got to do one back. No, the government doesn't. I don't owe the government any favor. I pay my taxes, and that's what I do. That's what I do. Okay, enough on my soapbox. Sorry, I get all crazy. But I want everybody to just please have a very safe, incredibly safe, fun Independence weekend. I mean, this is like a great time. People are leaving town today, those that can afford it. I was going to, but it got canceled. And so I just happened to have by the fluke of the calendar a few days off. So I'm just going to have fun. See, got my hat on, and I just threw this shirt on because I thought my pajamas on. I'm just going to take it so easy this weekend and just have a good time. You know, have a watermelon and the hamburgers and hot dogs and you know, try not to eat the bun or the chips or the potato salad. You know, okay, I'll even give up the watermelon. I'll just have a hamburger patty plain with the tomato. Okay, I'll give up the tomato. I don't want to do that anyway. But this is just a real short, happy Independence Day to everybody. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. And with that, and probably YouTube might shut me down, but Lee Greenwood sang a song called God Bless America. God Bless the USA, I should say. And that's what we're gonna just leave with in just about 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. I hope y'all can hear this. I'll try and sign it.